Good evening, students. In today's class, we have solved some problems of Model 1. These are known as series parallel circuits, use of Ohm's law, as well as power expressions. In general, before going to the actual problems, first you clear that what you mean by series parallel circuit. So it is a DC circuit because we have discussing in model number 1 of DC circuits. In DC condition, it consists a series circuit and it also consists a parallel. It consists a series resistance and it consists a parallel connection of resistance. Finally, these two are connected in series. Parallel circuit resistances are connected in series with series resistance. Sir, first you understand it consists a series circuit and also it consists a parallel circuit. Before going to that, very beginning, we have to solve the parallel circuit first. That is, we have to find equivalent circuit of given parallel circuit. Then step number 2, this parallel circuit equivalent resistance becomes in series with series resistance. Sir, then again you find the equivalent resistance. It is referred as total resistance of the circuit. That means you are reducing the resistances into a resultant that is called R total. Then you are having only one resistance, R total, current total, voltage total. Getting the idea? You assume only one resistance, only one current, only one voltage. Then current in the branch, as per Ohm's law, current in the branch I equal to V by R. R is R total. Remember, if you are understood this one, problems becomes easy because all steps are moving towards the finding out of total resistance. Please sir, practice. So we are entering to the problem number 1. A resistance of R ohms is connected in series with a parallel circuit consisting of 8 ohms, 12 ohms, 24 ohms. The total power dissipated in the circuit is 80 watts. When the applied voltage is given 20 volts, calculate the value of resistance. First, you try to understand which are the resistances are connected in parallel. You draw the parallel connection. 8 ohms, 12 ohms, 24 ohms, all are connected in parallel. You make the parallel connection. Then this parallel connection is connected in series with R resistance. R resistance. This value we have to find out. Let I be the total current and total power is given. Total power dissipated in the circuit. It is given 80 watts. Total voltage, applied voltage is 20 volts. So, while discussing the power concept, I told sir which power expression is used. That is only main criteria. So later on I come to that. Now before going to that, very first step is find the equivalent resistance of parallel circuit. So 3 resistances are there. Find that RAB, R1 into R2 into R3 divided by R1 into R2 plus R2 into R3 plus R3 into R1. You substitute the all values, so I am going to get as 4 ohms. Then step number 2, total resistance of the circuit. This parallel resistance in series with 4 ohms, that is total resistance of the circuit equal to RAB plus RBC, that is R plus 4 ohms. Give the equation number 1. Then come to the power expression. which data are available. If voltage is available, if current is available, then I can proceed. Power equal to V into I. Getting the idea? Power equal to 80 watts. Also power equal to, in DC circuit, V into I. Total current into total voltage equal to total power. Hence, total current equal to 4 ampere. Once you are knowing the voltage, once you are knowing the current of total of the circuit, then total resistance of the circuit also may be written as total voltage divided by total current. So you substitute the value. Total voltage is 20, total current is 4. Finally it becomes 5 ampere. So equation 1 also provides total resistance of the circuit. Equation 2 also provides the total resistance of the circuit. Hence, from equation 1 and 2, so it is possible to calculate R value. R value becomes 1 ohms. Problem number 2. Again it is also similar to previous one. A resistance of 10 ohms is connected in series with two resistances of each 15 ohms arranged in parallel. What resistance must be shunted across this parallel combination so that total current taken is 1.5 ampere with 20 volts applied? So now series resistance is given. Sir, series resistance is given 10 ohms, but parallel combination two resistance values are given 15 ohms. Then what is the third resistance of parallel connection? You have to calculate. It is a very interesting idea. So see there, change out to the problem to problem. So you draw as per the given explanation. Series resistance 10 ohms, parallel, two parallel 15 ohms, third one give the R. I is given, total current I is given, I equal to 1.5 ampere. Okay, this is our given data. Applied voltage is also given. Once the current is given, it is possible to calculate voltage drop across 10 ohms resistance, because this same current flows through 10 ohms. Hence, by Ohm's law, V1 equal to I into R. I is 1.5, R is 10. So it becomes 15 volts. V1 equal to 15 volts. But in DC circuit, total applied voltage V equal to sum of voltage drops across the circuits. Now V1 is one voltage drop, V2 is another voltage drop. One is series, one is parallel. Already I am knowing V1. Hence it is possible to calculate V2. V equal to applied voltage V equal to V1 plus V2. So from this expression, V2 voltage across parallel combination equal to 5 volts. So once you are knowing the V2 voltage, this voltage remains same across parallel combination resistances. Getting the idea? V2 remains same. So let us take I1, I2, I3 be the branch currents. Branch currents are flowing in respective branches. I1 is current, R1 is resistance. I2 is current, I2 is current, R2 is resistance. Similarly, I3 is current, R is resistance. Go for that. And applying the Kirchhoff's current law, we shall write total current equal to sum of branch currents, that is sum of incoming currents. Capital I is incoming, I1, I2, I3 are outgoing. Hence, sum of incoming currents must be equal to sum of outgoing currents. From this expression, you can determine I3 value. It becomes 5 by 6 ampere. Voltage drop across resistance R is V2 volts. This V2 is also equal to I3 into R. You are knowing the V2, you are knowing the I3, substitute these values, then R value comes. Sir, third problem, determine the value of R if the power dissipated in 10 ohms resistor is 40 watt for the circuit shown below. Again, three resistors are there, two resistances are connected in parallel. What is the R value to be connected or to be shunted across connection? So one hint is given. Now you can observe power dissipated in 10 ohms resistance is 40 watt. Then which equation we should use here? It is not power dissipated for whole circuit. Try to understand, friends. Power dissipated across 10 ohms. Then we have to take the relation current, voltage, resistance, all of this only. 10 ohms around only. What is the current flowing 10 ohms? What is the voltage across 10 ohms? Try to understand. Power dissipated in 10 ohms. Then those relations are only considered, but it is not total. Hence, which equation we shall use? Power equal to V into I, power equal to V square by R, power equal to I square by R, power equal to I square into R. Which thing is available, sir? Current is available, resistance is available. Current flowing through 10 ohms is available, resistance value is available. Then we shall go the equation power equal to I square into R. Getting the idea? Only here understanding is power expression which should be applied as per the given condition of problem. Sir, now power equal to 40 watts. This power is also equal to I square into R. Then you calculate the current value, I equal to 2 ampere. Once the current value comes, it is similar to previous problem, sir. So first you calculate voltage drop across 10 ohms resistor, because you are knowing the current. You are knowing the current, you are knowing the resistance value, it becomes 20 volts. VAB is 20 volts. Then it is also possible to calculate the voltage drop across parallel branch, that is V2 or VBC. Then again same story, total applied voltage equal to sum of potential drops or sum of voltage drops V1 plus V2. So VBC becomes 30 volts. This voltage remains again same across the parallel connected resistances. So current through 80 ohms resistance equal to I1. I1 equal to VBC by R, 0.37 ampere. Similarly, you can go for current through 40 ohms resistance. Voltage remains same, R changes, 0.7 ampere. Total current I equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. In similar fashion, applying KCL. So you find out the I3 value. Once I3 value comes, it current flows through capital R. Then voltage drop across the R is 30 volts. Hence, VBC equal to I3 into R. Therefore, it is possible to determine R value. Finally, it comes 34.3 ohms, sir. This is one of the very important problem. It is asked in VTU question paper and BLD Engineering College internal assessment. It is very important. Similar type of problem we have been solved. Only difference is here two resistances are connected in parallel. In previous problem, three resistances are there. No problem. A resistance R ohms is connected in series with a parallel circuit consisting of two resistors 8 ohms and 12 ohms respectively. The total power dissipated in the circuit is 70 watts and supplied voltage is 20 volts. Try to understand the problem because this circuit diagram is not going to give in the examination. As per statement or explanation of the problem, you understand and develop the circuit diagram. R is connected in series. R is connected in series. Parallel circuit consisting of 8 ohms and 12 ohms. This total circuit is connected across 20 volts and total power dissipated is 70 watts. Actual power is given, that is total power of the circuit, it is 70 watts. So again selection of power expression is very important. Total power is given. If total voltage is available, total current is available, total resistance is available, then option. Now we can see another factor is total voltage is available. Yes. Then you go for the calculation of total current. Hence we have to use power equal to V into I. Power is available, V is available. Therefore, by Ohm's law, power equal to V into I. Then I equal to P by V, 3.5 ampere. Then again you proceed. Equivalent resistance of parallel circuit. This value you are going to get as 4.8 ohms. Total resistance of the circuit R, capital R plus 4.8 ohms give the equation number 3. So the total resistance calculation is also possible by total voltage divided by total current. Total voltage divided by total current. It becomes 5.71 ohms. Equation number 4. So equation 3 and 4 represents same total resistance of the circuit. Hence equating the equations 3 and 4 are finally you are going to get as 0.91 ohms. This is for 8 marks. Another VTU question paper problem. Now we can understand. Voltage is not given. Voltage is not given. See there how they are checking your intelligence. A 8 ohms resistor is in series with a parallel combination of two resistors, 12 ohms and 6 ohms. If the current in 6 ohms resistor is 5 ampere, determine the total power dissipated in the circuit. Sir, quite interesting. Now once again you redraw the circuit. Let us assume total current flowing through the 8 ohms and I1 is the branch current flowing through the 12 ohms. I2 is the second branch current. It is given 5 ampere. I2 equal to 5 ampere is given. Once current is available, once resistance value is available, then by applying the Ohm's law, it is possible to calculate voltage or voltage drop across 6 ohms resistor. So you calculate I into R, 5 into 6. So how much you are getting? 30 volts. So this 30 volts remains same across 12 ohms because these two resistances are connected in parallel. Understand the problem. So then current flowing through 12 ohms resistance is I1. I1 equal to VBC by 12 volts. VBC is 30 divided by 12. We are going to get as 2.5 ampere. So current flowing through 8 ohms resistor is capital I ampere. Now applying the KCL, sum of incoming currents are equal to sum of outgoing currents. So 2.5 and 5 are outgoing currents, I is incoming current. So I should be equal to 7.5 ampere. Once I is available, then you calculate voltage drop across 8 ohms resistor. I into 8, 7.5 into 8, it becomes 60 volts. We are knowing the voltage drops VAB and VBC. So, total voltage of the circuit becomes algebraic sum of these two. It becomes 90 volts. Once you are getting this one, this voltage is total voltage. Already calculated current is total current. Then total power. Total power equal to total voltage into total current. Getting the idea? It may be also equal to I square into RT. RT is total resistance of the circuit. Getting the idea, sir? So, total power equal to total voltage into total current. It becomes 675 watts. In similar fashion, extension of problem, calculate the power across each resistances. Then what you have to do, sir? So, very simple. We have to take I square into R. I is available, R is available. Then respective current, respective resistance. That's all. Now, for example, power dissipated in 8 ohms resistance. Current flowing is I. R value is 8. Current flowing is 7.5. R value is 8. Then 7.5 square into 8. I square into R. It becomes 450 watts. This is the power dissipated across 8 ohms resistance. In a similar fashion, power dissipated across 12 ohms resistance. What is the current? I1 is the current. What is the resistance? 12 ohms is the resistance. Then I1 square into R1, 2.5 square into 12, 75 watts are. In similar fashion, power dissipated in 6 ohms resistance. What is the current? I2 is the current. What is the resistance? 6 ohms is the resistance. Finally, 5 square into 60. It should be equal to 150 watts. So, understand, sir. Power dissipated for the whole circuit is different. Power dissipated across the each resistances are different. That's why this problem is very standard. It mixture of two problems as per the demand. Question asked by the university. Then you have to react. Calculate the total power means top. Also calculate the power across the each resistance means then you go through, sir. So all of you work out, please make the notes, work out number of times up to your satisfaction. So thank you to one and all.